Maybe the reason why they want to stay away from is because of all the scandals going on, like Pete Rose. Okay, I mean, it's the 1980 something, big whoop, whatever. Well, what about we go towards the 1919 scandal where it's the Black Sox or, Leo DeRocha involved, blah, 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 commissioner suspended. Oh, hey, what about the 1917, 1918 things where things were thrown up in the air? Or what if we go to 1914? Or better yet, the first scandal that was reported in Major League Baseball is 1877, where a losing streak towards the end of the season cost the Louisville Grays the pennant. Members of the team discovered to have thrown the games for money, but also let's mind you that there's a lot of people at the end of the day are working men. What happens from here? Good question. But what's the reason why I bring this up today? How's it going, everybody? It is AJ Torres of Calling Strikes, courtesy of Undrafted Sports, and I am talking about, as much as you love it or hate it, as much as baseball is going to love it or hate it, guess what? Las Vegas should have a Major League Baseball team. They have a minor league team. They've had for a while, but why do they need a Major League Baseball team? It kind of goes like this. Major League Baseball likes to talk expansion, except there's one problem if you want to expand. Let's say you own a restaurant. It doesn't matter where it is in America. Let's say you own a restaurant. Okay, are you making a profit? Okay, good. Is everything perfect? And maybe not perfect is the world, but is everything in order? Is there any problem with employees, inventory, benefits, management, anything? You need that to be running down to a T before you open up an expansion. They say ideally it's 12 and a half miles away. So if you want to open up a second restaurant, everything has to be well. And the same thing goes if you just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You become a chain place, you become a franchise. The problem being is that you have to make money and you have to get everything in order. And when it comes to baseball, since it's a league, well, let me run this by you. Is every team buying free agents? No. Is every team making money? No. Does every team say that they are comfortable with their attendance and location? No. And with that said, when they talk about, oh, we want to go to Nashville, who cares about Nashville? No disrespect to anybody in Nashville, Tennessee. But let me tell you something, and I just want to get this correct before we go overboard here. Why do we keep talking about expansion when everybody is not well? You need everybody filling in the seats. You need everybody making money. You need the free agents being paid. I mean, yeah, are some of these baseball contracts getting out of hand? Yeah, but that's a story for another time because a collusion started from the owners back in, I want to say, the late 80s and early 90s. Again, another story for another time. But the reason I bring this up for Las Vegas is because if you look at the economy, if you look at the tourism, why would you not want baseball there? Why would you not want to build a stadium there to attract people? Why not make it indoors for the air conditioning? Because there's no way that anyone's going to want to watch baseball in the blistering 110-degree weather. It's just not happening. You're going to want that place domed and air conditioned, bottom line. But it can be done. And my first answer is the Oakland Athletics. Now, people are going to talk junk. People are going to talk. They're going to say nasty things. But guess what? The city of Oakland did not give the Warriors a new building. The Raiders jumped ship twice. They move, they come back, and they move again and say the heck with it because Oakland was not building them a new stadium. And a stadium that's outdated, doesn't have proper bullpens, has the most foul territory in all of the sport, has sewer flowing in the dugouts. I mean, come on. And this is also coming from the stadium that's selling Raider tickets during a baseball game while it's going on. Oh, come on. Get your priorities in check. The players don't like going to Oakland. The staff don't like going to Oakland. The writers don't like going to Oakland. They're not giving them a new stadium. The Oakland A's have tried relocating a few times and it hasn't worked. So why doesn't MLB try to get them the hell out of there and over to Nevada? Look at all the California teams. Then go into a market that's going to make money. And there are some people that said, you know what, the Las Vegas and Tampa one day because Tampa losing money. You know, there's another story I got about that one. I will save that again for another time, a different episode. Otherwise, I'll be here for an hour. But why don't we go a little bit east? What's the worst that could happen? The Vegas Athletics. Not bad. Not bad. No need to change the uniform. The green and yellow looks clean. You can still have the elephant there. It's okay. But when it comes to attraction, when it comes to money, when it comes to everything that baseball wants to do, let's go. Get off the couch, make some calls, get some meetings. Let's go. Finalize it and get it done. And why not? Are you worried about gambling? Well, guess what? You've been worried about gambling since the late 1800s. At this point, teams want a piece of everything that's going on. It's like, hey, you put $10 on me and you win. Hey, guess what? I want the bookie fee of, it could be 10%, 20%, whatever the case may be. And now it's going to get to a point where a hot dog's going to be $20. I get that. But if you think about it, even though it's not necessarily cash a lot of times, a lot of it will be credit, a lot of it will be Bitcoin. But I'm actually very surprised that this hasn't happened sooner. And there has been all 4 major sport leagues that have filed to the feds that they want compensation for it. And at the end of the day, there are people that are buying cars with Bitcoin. There's people that are getting paid in Bitcoin. So if that's the case, well, why not have them be compensated for it? The gambling's been an issue for a very, very long time. They're worried about people shaving points or throwing games or, attendance. Listen, you're never going to make everybody happy. And it's so hard not to get caught in these things. And there's a lot of times, because it's Major League Baseball, where it will be swept under the rug depending on what it is. Where if that's MLB with their technology policies now, or if it's the drug trials, or if it's steroids. There's always going to be a cover-up in Major League Baseball. But correct me if I'm wrong. You want the sport to grow? Don't you want more ticket sales? Don't you want more signed free agents? Don't you want more competition? Don't you want to grow the game, for crying out loud? Do you want a better stadium? Cricket, cricket, cricket. I thought so. And I don't care if I get slashed for this because I know what I'm talking about. The Oakland A's need to go to Vegas. You could rip me. You don't have to like it. But it damn well makes sense. This is AJ Torres, the Calling Strikes, courtesy of Undrafted Sports. And we'll see you next time.